Hi, everybody. It's Craig and Arun back with your NBA Hump Day Wednesday plays. We've got 9 free plays for you. That's every game. Yes, we cover every game every day. We cover college football and the NFL every game every week. And then we add in today, we have 6 college basketball, all the 6 good ones. You can get them always at our channel. So make sure you stay tuned. Hit that like and subscribe button. Don't miss out. How about the NBA for tonight? How about we do a little contest in the NBA? We'll do the late game. Miami at the Mavericks. So Miami and Dallas, pick who's going to win, total number of points combined. So if you think it's going to be 100 to 101 and you think the Mavs are going to win, you say Dallas 201. It's the Price is Right rules. If you go over, you're out. So make sure you don't go over. All right, I see. Don't forget, if you want in our top plays, guys, very simple. Use that 10% off promo code. I'm going to have a top play in the NBA tonight, 7-unit play. IC is going to have a top play in the NHL tonight. You can use this present 10. So instead of the day pass for that each sport being 30, it's just 27 if you use this code. If you want the week for all of our sports for that sport, instead of 99, it becomes 89, but you have to use this code. Don't forget also, it won't work on this pass because it's already 50% off. 2-for-1 football pass. Get all of our plays for championship week. We're going to have between 10 and 12 plays between the two of us. $99, DocSports.com/Craig Arun. The only place you can get in on that is at this link. And then last but not least, don't forget about the YouTube Premium. This is the edge. This is all the extra plays that doesn't make our card. And it's about $3,000 worth of picks if you get the level 3. So it's a heck of a value for just $49.99 a month. And it goes very well with some of our top plays over at the website. Okay, NBA, we kick it off here. First game, Spurs at the Magic. Spurs in a back-to-back. Nice win and cover yesterday. Now they face a red-hot Orlando team, 8-2 in the last 10 games. Orlando's favored by 8.5, total 234. What do you like?
Well, keep in mind that Wembanyama and Castle are still out, of course, and the Magic are still kind of thin up front, too, with Banchero still out because of his groin. And, despite being shorthanded, the Spurs, of course, had a nice comeback win to advance in the NBA Cup. So those are some of the highlights for you. I will tell you the Spurs are coming in 14-6. The Magic are 13-8. These two teams haven't played this year. The Magic have won 4 straight. The Spurs, of course, have a big win against the Memphis Grizzlies, 126-119. To my chagrin, I was on Memphis plus the 5, and Memphis covered the whole way except for that last quarter, which is irritating. Having said that, look, Memphis shot 50% from the field, and San Antonio, of course, had a 31-24 free throw shooting advantage. The Magic, of course, come off a nice win against the Bulls. They did not cover. They beat Detroit as well, the hottest team in the league, outright on the road. That was a big deal. They beat Philadelphia as well, and they're playing really well right now. They've covered 8 of their last 10 games. I don't trust how San Antonio is playing right now. It's a team that lost by 13 to Minnesota, a team that lost by 9 to Phoenix. I'm going to back the Magic here. The Magic are absolutely red hot right now, and I think the Spurs have a little bit of a letdown here.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on all the great content we have here at Doc Sports.
Craig, Portland faces Cleveland. Portland is solid 10-point dog here. These two teams have not met. Portland coming off a 3-point loss to Toronto. Pretty impressive covered. Coming off an 8-point loss to Oklahoma City, which was impressive too because they had them in the fourth until the fourth quarter happened, and then they fell short. Cleveland coming off a big win against Indiana, 135-119 here. Injury-wise, you have a Portland team that has Holiday and Henderson still out. You have a Cleveland team here that has Garland and Ball listed as day-to-day. Who do you like?
The big reason why this line is so big, Portland, like you said, lost last night in Toronto. So they're in a back-to-back versus a rested team in Cleveland. So sometimes early in the year, which I still consider this early. I mean, we're, I guess, at that point where we start to turn where it's not early anymore, but I still think it's pretty early. So I think back-to-backs aren't nearly as hard on these guys early in the season, later in the year with all the injuries and the wear and tear in the season. I start to give a little more credit to that. I think it's just way overreaction here. I think you take the points with Portland. Portland, they're the only team to beat OKC this year. They also played them a second time just a couple days ago and kept it within the number. I think they lost by 8. This is not that type of team. This I don't know what's wrong with Cleveland this year. It's like they're just like, hey, let's just get to the playoffs. And that's dangerous, especially when you're having to lay double digits here. Give me Portland plus the number. I do think Cleveland wins, but I think Portland covers. Next game, Denver at the Pacers. Denver's favored by 7.5, total 236.5. Big news, obviously, about a week back when Aaron Gordon's going to be out for a little while. He was playing really, really good. I thought he'd maybe be an all-star this year. Can they overcome here on the road against a Pacers team that is 6-4 against the spread in the last 10?
Yeah, look, I thought the Pacers are tanking, but maybe they're not. They are 4-17. I mean, they're still tanking, but Denver is 14-6. Denver just beat them 117 to 100, and I absolutely think Indiana will get up for this game. The only thing is that Denver doesn't typically lose back-to-back covers. They come off a bad loss against the Mavs as they were favored by 11 and they lost by 10 outright. Tell you what, I mean, Denver coming off a loss, I get it. Indiana, of course, comes off a 119 to 135 loss against the Cavs. But prior to that, they had covered 6 in a row, and they got enough production here from a decent number of players, including Siakam and Nembhard and others. I don't like going against Denver off of a loss fundamentally because this is a team that beat Phoenix by 18 after losing to the Spurs, or beating Memphis by 10 after losing by 3 to the Kings. Whenever they come off a loss, they seem to have no issues putting up points, Craig. They've consistently done it. They come off a loss here. So I'm going to be on the safe side. I'm going to take the over here between Denver and Indiana. I know that line is high, but consistently when Denver comes off of a loss, right? Lost to the Bulls, they put up 125. Lost to the Kings, they put up 125 against the Grizzlies. Lost to the Spurs, 136, they put up 130 against Phoenix, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to take the over. Craig, I will be remiss if I didn't say this. Join me and Craig for our NBA and college basketball. College basketball, I'm 21-6 out of the gates for plus 7,900. NBA, I am 24-14 out of the gates for plus 3,300, which is insane. And the NHL, we have a 7-unit NHL, so over 11,000 between both sports. NHL 7-unit selections tomorrow are on a plus 5,000 run, going to be a winning NHL season as well. 7-unit college football for me on Friday at 8 Eastern. And then for Craig and I, we have both of our football packages. Normally one football package is $99 for us, but you get both of our football packages for $99, which is insanity. And I certainly hope you join us for that and for the bowl season. Now, Craig, Charlotte here comes in as a 9-point dog to New York on the road. A couple things here. New York already beat them by 28, okay? But Charlotte comes into this game coming off of a loss to the Nets by 13 in a game they were favored because they were probably looking ahead to this game. They did beat Toronto. They did beat the Bulls recently, and they lost to my Hawks by just 3. Now, New York comes off of a loss to the Celtics on the road by 6, so they could be motivated as well. I can see the motivation of both teams. New York off of a loss, but Charlotte having revenge. What do you like here with Charlotte on the plus 9?
The big key for New York is home. At home this year, 10-1 straight up, and every game that they've won, they've covered. So they're 10-1 against the spread as well. This is against a Charlotte team that's just 1-9 on the road. I fell for the oldest trick in the book. The Hornets got me on Monday. They did with a small play, 2-unit bounce back with a winner last night with the Spurs. I'm not going to get caught again. They're just not good on the road. I don't know why. This team should be better on the road. They have talent. I just think this Knicks team, they're just mowing people down at home, and I think it continues. Lay the Knicks -9 here at Madison Square Garden. Next game, Clippers and the Hawks. The Clippers, they got me the other day too, and we did the free play. I was like, I think the Clippers can go on the road. And
I took the over. I took the over.
It's like, let me just tell you, the Clippers are bad. Just 5-16 on the year. They're facing a Hawks team that's playing great basketball right now. Since they lost Trae Young. I hate to bang on Trae Young, but it's the truth. They're just playing better basketball. The Hawks are favored by 3 total, 227.5. What do you like here?
Well, I would take a prop here on Bogey. Bogey faces his former team here, and of course, I would definitely take a prop on him on the over if you want to. But I would tell you, look, the Clippers, they lost 123 to 140 against Miami. When was the last time you saw a Clippers team give up 140 points? I mean, Miami's just run at this point. And they had 5 guys score at least 16 points and 4 guys who scored at least 22 points in their last game. Talk about wild, huh? Look, I can't go against the Hawks here. Yeah, I mean, the Hawks are only favored by 3, which is a little bit of a surprise. The total sits at 227. I think what probably happens here is this game goes under. The Clippers giving up 140 points in the last game. They're going to play better defense. The last time they gave up 135 to the Lakers, they bounced back. Tyronn Lue's coach team bounced back with 112 against Memphis on the defensive side. And I think they play better defense. Atlanta, of course, comes off of a loss to Detroit, and I think they'll play a little bit better defense too. I lean on the Hawks, and I lean on the under in this game. The last time the Hawks faced a total of 227, by the way, this is the lowest total they have faced since November 16th and 18th. And the Clippers seeing this total, I mean, whenever they faced a total of under 227, like the Memphis game and the Dallas game, both those games went under. Now this one went to 140. I think the Clippers only being a 3-point dog indicates that this game probably goes under as well. It kind of leans towards the Clippers, but I'm just going to stay away. I kind of lean on the Hawks, but I'm just kind of staying away. I'm just going to go with the under, Craig, in this ball game. Craig, Detroit comes in as a -3 favorite. They are 17-4. These Bucks are 9-13. Injury status wise, you will see that Detroit has Robinson and Clintman listed as day-to-day. The Bucks have Harris listed as day-to-day. Tell you that Detroit's already beat them by 13 last time they played them this year. Milwaukee's off of a loss too. What do you like?
Yeah, Giannis called them out last week, and then they bounced back. They win one game. I was like, oh, maybe that'll carry over. Nope, you go and lose to the Wizards. You can only go to the well so many times if you're Giannis with that speech. And at the end of the day, you have to play more consistent. They just don't have as much talent they have in years past. No. And the Miles Turner pickup was, to me, if you should just sign Lopez. Lopez was better, a defender, as good a shooter, in my opinion. So
better for the team culture too, far better.
Yeah, I just thought that made no sense. And they just don't have a whole lot of help. Giannis doesn't. Give me Detroit here. I think Detroit's they're out there pumping their chest a little bit. And yes, they don't have that 13-game winning streak that they had a week ago. But, they lose a couple. Now they're bounced back with a few. I think they win again here and cover. Give me Detroit in this one.
Don't forget, free $60 worth of free premium selections, DocSports.com/ICCT. If you want to try us out, that is the best way. Free $60 worth of premium selections. You try Craig and I out, and you get our premium selections and our fantastic analysis piped in there.
Next game, Brooklyn Nets at Chicago Bulls. Chicago Bulls favored by 8. Total 232. Crazy that a team that's struggling like this, 3-7 straight up, 2-8 against the spread, and an 8-point favorite against a team that's 5-5 against the spread in the Brooklyn Nets. What do you like?
Do you know 10% of the public is back in the Nets? It is early, though. You're right. It'll probably end up being 28%. But the Nets here, 4-16, Bulls 9-11. These two teams have not met this year. First thing I wanted to see what the total was, and the total came in at 231. The Nets, of course, did beat Charlotte 116-103 in their last game. And I'm relatively high on the Nets. I know that sounds crazy. But the Nets, of course, have Claxton and Porter and Clowney and Demon and Martin and Powell and Wolf and so on. And there is a reason why this team beat Charlotte by 13, which is fine. Chicago, of course, coming off another loss, but they did cover against Orlando. They are 9-11. They've lost 4 in a row. They might want to destroy somebody. They're trying to destroy anybody who it's possible. They just can't beat anybody right now. And Brooklyn still has Mann, who's listed at day-to-day, and they still have Thomas that's out. White is also listed as day-to-day. Okoro is listed as day-to-day as well. The Nets here with the value. I think this is a Nets team. Kind of reminds me of the Wizards team at any given point. They just shoot the ball, so much. And I want you to notice that the line sits at +8, which actually indicates that these Nets are actually going to be pretty decent. They're saying Cam Thomas is supposed to get in close to return with the left hamstring strain. So if he plays, I definitely like them +8. So I'm going to take the +8 here. I think the Nets are showing some life here. I think they'll get excited to play at Chicago. And if Cam Thomas comes back, I definitely like the Nets. Craig, the Kings with the fantastic duo that never excels in Westbrook and Schroeder are a 15.5-point dog here as they are 5-16. The Kings have actually beaten these Rockets the last 3 times they played them, but they haven't played this year. The Kings, of course, come off a 107-115 loss to Memphis, which was my YouTube premium selection. Actually, was Memphis. They've lost 3 in a row now, 3 straight covers as well to Phoenix, Utah, and Memphis. Houston, of course, comes off of a loss to Utah on a back-to-back with Utah as an 11.5-point chalk. What do you like here?
Well, I hate the Kings. I can just say that. As a team, the way they built this team, I don't know what they were doing. I know De'Aaron Fox kind of forced their hand, but they went from having some nice young talent to being an old, decrepit team that now they're basically kind of got to blow it up. And I think that's a problem. I wouldn't run to bet the window on either one of these. I think you have to take the Kings getting this many points. Yes, the Rockets are going to win. They're going to win. But 15 points is a ton. They did lose at Utah last time out. There was a back-to-back type game in Utah, and they split, which was kind of surprising. I think the Kings will do just enough to keep it within the big number here. Last game, Miami Heat at the Dallas Mavericks. A Heat are favored by 4, total 240. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, look, Miami's a minus 4 point chalk, and here's what it comes down to. Miami already beat them 106-102 at home. They are 14-7. They're definitely a playoff bound team coming off another big win against the Clippers. Spoelstra and Pat Riley are just an unbelievable combination of consistency for so long. And this team has covered 8 out of their last 9. They're not necessarily playing with any big stars here. They kept Harrow, and they developed their talent. They got Powell and Wiggins and Adebayo. They're probably one decent player away from being one of the top 3 or 4 teams out there in the East. Dallas, of course, comes off a monster win against Denver, 131-121. That sure woke a bunch of people up. Washington is listed as day-to-day as well. Irving is still not back. Dallas is not panicking, though. They still think they're 7-15. Maybe they can make a run near the end. You have, as far as the rest of the injuries are concerned, you have Miami here, who is just missing Johnson and Larson, who are both day-to-day. Again, they have a great training staff. Dallas has a terrible training staff. I think what happens here is, as Dallas comes off that monster win, I know Dallas has revenge here, but as they come off that monster win against Denver, I think they have a bit of a letdown here. I think Miami continues to play well. They're going to be focused here. And I remember Miami did really well against Chicago and Philadelphia in their last 2 road games as well. I'm going to take Miami again to beat Dallas minus the 4.
All right, that's what we like for today. Don't forget, you can get in on our top plays. How can you do so? Very simple. First and foremost, you use that 10% off promo code right here, present 10. You get this. I have a 7-unit play in the NBA tonight. IC has a 7-unit in the NHL. So instead of $30 for each of those plays, there'll be 27 each. So go over on the grid at the members area and get under the grid and get that day pass for both of those. Of course, if you want in our football pass, this code will not work because it's already 50% off. You get both of our plays instead of $99. You get them both for $99. DocSports.com/Craig Arun. And then, of course, don't forget about the YouTube premium products. Click the link to get in. Just $49.99 gets you the edge, as IC calls it, where you get all 3 levels for a month for that price. Click the link to purchase about $3,000 worth of picks in there.
That's my teaching channel. I teach you how to fish in there. I literally teach you how to handicap in that channel.
There you go. That's what we have for today. Don't forget, at the end of this video, click the playlist that's on the screen. You can get all the football plays we have for the week. We have all those up, both college football and the NFL. And we got 6 plays in college basketball, all the good ones there as well. So thanks again. We'll see you again tomorrow.